What is up, my crafty friends? My name is Carrie and I want to welcome you back to my channel today. Whether it's your first visit or you're a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome, my friends. Y'all, I cannot believe it is time for our November tiered tray subscription box reveal. I'm so excited. I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody that jumped in on the very first box, which was our October box. Y'all just made me feel so loved and so special, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that jumped in on that initial box. I can't wait to reveal our November box for you, but before we get started, I want to say a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video.
This awesome online learning community has thousands of opportunities to expand your creative skills. So many classes from photography to art to social media, and they all range from expert to intermediate to advanced. Because they're always adding new classes that never have ads, you're sure to stay focused and inspired. The class I've got my eye on next is this one by Christina Turner. It's called Product Photography Basics for Your Handmade Business. I can't wait to revamp my website and also add this to my social media. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today.
Before we get started on our reveal, I do want to mention that you're going to notice a couple of different variations. I'm going to reveal the box to you in its entirety, but you're going to notice that the tutorial is a little bit different. After I finished filming the tutorial, I did notice after I got it set up on my tray that there were a few things I wanted to change. I wanted to give you a couple of different options, which I know you're totally going to appreciate. So you will notice that the final box that you're going to be getting is a little bit different than the one that I'm going to show you on camera today. So that's enough talking, y'all. Let's jump in and see what our November subscription box for our tiered tray is all about.
Okay, y'all, here's our November box all laid out. Look at all of the amazing pieces you're going to get in this box. Y'all, it is jam-packed full. I did go back and make a couple of changes, and you're going to notice those changes when we start jumping into the tutorial. I'll show you the pieces that I added just so you won't be confused and wonder why they're not in the tutorial, which is coming up. So I added in a big leaf. I also added in this super fun acorn. I changed out Hello Fall to Hello Pumpkin. In the tutorial, it's going to look like this. But if you want it to say Hello Fall, you can definitely do that. I also added in these cute little variations to our I Love Fall banner. If you want your words to say something different, you might want it to say I Love Pumpkin Leaf Acorn. So you've got a lot of different variations. Don't think you just have to do what I'm going to show you in the tutorial. It would also be super cute if you want to mix up your letters here. I think that would be absolutely adorable. So I'm just giving you variations on things that you can do. You don't just have to do what I'm showing you in the tutorial. Also in this tutorial, I added in this cute sign. Y'all, I couldn't resist. I think this is so stinking cute. So you've got pumpkin plus your spice equals awesome. Isn't that cute? So I did add in an extra little piece of cinnamon stick just so you can add some additional scatter into your tiered tray. In the tutorial, I also painted on a little pumpkin here, and I actually decided that I wanted to have an actual pumpkin. So you won't have to hand paint your pumpkin. You will get this tiny little pumpkin that you can put on your pumpkin spice latte. So y'all, are you ready to get started? You will again notice that this is just a little bit different from the tutorial, but don't worry, you will be getting everything pictured here in your November box. So let's jump in and start painting. Okay, y'all, here's our workspace, and let's take a look at everything that is going to come in that November box. So first we've got our little banner here, and this banner is going to say I Heart Fall. We'll move this out of the way. We've got our jute twine here. This is going to go for our banner, and we're also going to have some jute twine for our
tassel here. Look how cute our little tassel is for this month. Can't even stand it. It's so adorable. Now look at this. That yummy pumpkin pie. We've got a lot of little scatter pieces here. I've got some pumpkins. I've got some fall leaves. I've got some acorns. And I've also got some little cinnamon sticks. Aren't those adorable? And you can just scatter these anywhere you want to on your tray. You could also use these on other decorations for your fall decorations that you're making for your home. We've got this cute little buffalo plaid Hello Fall sign. Isn't that precious? We've got our ever popular pumpkin spice latte. It would not be fall without that, would it? And y'all, look how cute this is. I designed this and it says, smells like fall. We've got our pumpkin, we've got our nutmeg, we've got our cinnamon, we've got all of our yummy fall spices here. We've got our pumpkin spice everything sign. And then I also include with our signs, or with your kit, you're also going to get your stands. I know there's a lot of subscription boxes out there that don't include stands, but y'all, I think that is super important. So let's go ahead and unpack the rest of our box here, and let's jump in and start painting. So I'm going to start off with my stands first. I've actually already painted the back sides of these, just to save on time. And for these, I really like to use one of these foam brushes. I love these little foam brushes that you can get at Michael's. There's like 95 of these brushes in here. I used a 40% off coupon, and literally I think it was like $4 or $5 for that. You can paint your stands any color, but I do like to paint mine black. You can look and see our color palette here. We're going to be using today some oranges, some turquoises. We've got some yummy terracotta color here. I'll use some browns, some blacks, some whites. But this is your tiered tray, so just feel free to use whatever colors you want to. The foam brushes, when you're working on, pretty large areas like this, these are great for covering a big space in just a little bit of time. Okay, so I'm just going to set these to the side so they can dry. Okay, and while I've got my black paint out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the back side of my pumpkin here with my black. I'm going to do black, white, and then of course my turquoise. Next, I'm going to work on my little pumpkin spice latte. So I want the very top of my cup here to be black. And I'm going to go in with a little angled brush. So now we're going to let those dry. Let me keep all my pieces together. And for this one, I want to paint the outside of my frame with my black. The back side I plan on painting white, and then my Smells Like Fall, I'm going to do that in turquoise. Now you could actually do like we did on our Halloween tray. You can paint all of this one color, but I actually want to go in and do just a little bit more details on this. So I'll go in like we did our little pumpkin spice latte here. The great thing about this is, though, this is your project, so get as basic or as detailed as you want. And I'm also going to paint the frame around the outside. I think this is all of our black. Next, I want to go in with my white.
Okay, so I will let my white dry, and after it does, I'll go back in and I'll actually put another coat on it because I do want it to be pretty opaque. Next, I want to paint my little dollop of whipped cream here for that pumpkin pie. And the middle part of my little pumpkin spice latte, I want that part to be white as well. Next, I'm going to paint the top of our buffalo plaid, and I'll go back in with my foam brush for this. The next thing I'm going to do white is going to be the back side of my Smells Like Fall sign. And again, just like we did with our big one, our pumpkin spice everything, once this dries, I will go back in and put another coat on it just so that it's nice and even. The only other thing I've got left to paint white is going to be the whipped cream on the top of our little latte. The next color I'm going to go in with is going to be my vanilla. You can do everything white if you want to, but I really like the contrast of the off-white with the stark white. I think it makes a really nice contrast. And I want to paint the inside of this little pumpkin spice latte. I'm going to do our little sleeve here in that off-white because the back is going to be white. I do want to be able to see it just a little bit more. Also, with my vanilla color, I want to paint my little pieces for my banner. And this font, fun, super cute. And if you just wanted to say fall, you can definitely do that. But I do love fall, so that's why I put the eye and the heart. Okay, now while I've got this vanilla color in my brush already, I'm just going to add in just a little bit of shading here. You don't have to do this, but I just wanted to add just a little bit. I think when you add in those shades and highlights, I think it really helps to bring things to life. And I'll do the same thing on our little latte. It's just subtle. If you wanted to go in with something darker, you could definitely do that. But I just wanted it to be really subtle. Okay, so y'all, we are done with 3 colors already. Can you believe it? So next I want to go in with some of my camel color. And y'all, have fun with this. Don't think you have to follow my instructions or copy exactly what I'm doing. I mean, certainly you can, but just have fun with this. Use your own imagination. This is just merely a suggestion on what you can do. When you're painting this, don't think you have to be precise either, and I'll show you in just a second. I designed this so that you don't have to be precise. I've done all of the hard work for you. So even if you think you're not a painter, you can still get a great look. So it's designed so that when you put your layers over the top of it, you've got nice clean edges. So even if you don't want to have to worry about keeping this precise, you're still going to get a great look. Okay, so next I'm going to paint my pumpkin pie. I'm going to use this same camel color because I think it looks like a fantastic pie crust color. If you really like the look of the boxes and you just want to give it a test drive, I do offer them so that you can buy just the month that we're into right now. So if you're not comfortable signing up for a subscription, I totally get it. I did give you the option to just do that one box. No commitment at all, and you can actually cancel anytime. You're not locked in for a certain amount of time. Whoops, I'm just throwing stuff around. So I think I want to do my nutmeg this same color. I'm pretty sure this is nutmeg. I know this one is our cinnamon. That would be cloves, and that would be allspice. Those are all of those yummy fall smells. When you smell that, you just say, man, that smells like fall. Okay, so I think I'm ready to go in with some of my orange. I'm actually going to use this same brush, and I'm going to mix in some of the orange onto my plate. I'm just going to mix it right on the top of that camel color because I want to mute this down just a little bit. For my pumpkin pie, I do want it to be just a little bit darker, so I'm going to add in a little bit of terracotta. I want it to be a really rich pumpkin pie. Now, that's what it should look like. And then our whipped cream is going to set right on the top. I'm going to go ahead and put me a little brown stem on the top of my pumpkin. And also on the top of this little pumpkin. Okay, y'all, I think that is everything besides our little scatter pieces. And these are just cute little acorns. I've got some leaves here, and then I've got some more pumpkins. We won't paint these on camera, but just know you can use these to scatter on your tiered tray, or you can also use them on other decorations that you're doing for fall. So I'm going to go ahead and wash out this plate before we start on our pretty turquoise here, and this is actually called Ocean Breeze. Also off camera, I'm going to put another coat of white onto both of these plates. I'm going to get everything cleaned up, and when we come back, we'll finish up with our turquoise, and we're going to glue everything together, and we're going to get that tray decorated. I'm going to do all of my words in this pretty color, and I'm also going to do my latte cup. After we get all of these painted, it is going to be time for us to put everything together. I'm going to go in with one of my foam brushes. Okay, so the last thing that we need to paint is our pumpkin spice everything. I'm going to go in with my foam brush and do the big parts, but as I get closer to the edges there, I will go in with a smaller brush so I can get into those details. But I'm going to fill everything in that I can first with my bigger brush to save time. We need to let all of our pieces dry. We're going to give it just a few minutes. It won't take very long at all for them to dry, but once this is completely and totally dry, oops, y'all look, we forgot to paint our little coffee cup. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? So we're going to let this dry, and we're going to come back and glue everything together and get it set up on our tray. Okay, I think we've got everything dry now, so I'll just move my paints out of the way so we can start gluing everything together. I'm so excited. I think I'll start with my pumpkin pie first. So the glue that I'm going to be using today is my Star Bond Gap Filler Thick Glue. I really love this glue. I like that it bonds really well with my wood, but it also has a super nice precision tip for getting in those tiny little areas. Look at that thin line. They have a couple of different versions of this. They've got a thin, they've got a thick, and they've also got a medium, but the thick is my favorite. And now we'll just glue our whipped cream right on the top. Okay, isn't that cute? It is so freaking adorable. I cannot wait until I get this all on my tray, y'all. So next I'll do my little coffee cup. I almost need to order me some more glue. I'm scraping the bottom here. My pumpkin, I'm just going to go around the edge. Now you could also use a hot glue or also a wood glue if you wanted to, but some of these little pieces along your edges are pretty small, so you just want to make sure that you've got something that's going to get to that edge without making a mess with your glue. And our little Hello Fall is going to go on here. Next we'll do our little banner, our little I Heart Fall. Let's do our little latte next. Next we'll put our border on our frame for our Smells Like Fall. And this is a perfect square, so no matter which way you turn this, it's going to line up. You can either do your words at the top or at the bottom, or if you wanted to kind of turn them to the side, you could do it that way too. So this is your project. Just lay them out a little bit ahead of time so you'll know exactly if you've got room or not. And you can also stack your pieces. So if you want to stack some of your spices on top of each other like this, you can definitely do that. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so the only thing we've got left to glue together is going to be our pumpkin spice everything. Okay, while we're waiting on our glue to dry, let's go ahead and string up our little banner here. There's our little banner. It's so adorable. Okay, so next we're going to work on our tassel, and your tassel is going to come already wound up like this. You're going to pull off a little bit, maybe 12 or 14 inches. We're going to loop that through. You're going to have your pieces like this hanging down. So you should have something that looks like this. Next we're going to just tie a knot into this at the top. And then we're going to pull this string down. Hold the other string in your hand, grip it with your finger. We're going to go a couple of times around, then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Then we'll push through the middle. Then we'll push this one through the middle. And now we've got a tassel that we don't have to have any glue on. Just like that. Now we just need to cut our tassel free. Isn't that cute?
we'll just tie our little tassel on here. If you wanted to add some beads on here, you could definitely do that. It would be cute to paint some beads in your color scheme. But honestly, I just like the way this looks. Okay, there is all of our pieces for our November box already painted, and all we've got to do is to get our tray set up. I'll do that really quickly so you can see what it all looks like put together. That does it for today's video, y'all. I really want to thank y'all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this November subscription box as much as I enjoyed designing it for y'all. I'm so glad that I went back and I gave y'all those extra pieces so you can totally customize the subscription box to be exactly what you are wanting. I've got to hop off of here. I'm going to start designing the December box right now. So if you've got an idea, or if you want to see something in that subscription box, be sure to drop those down in the comments below. I can't wait to start designing this next box, and I really want to thank everybody that has supported my business so far, and I really hope y'all are enjoying this box as I am. Don't forget, I am offering the tiered tray that I've got pictured. If you want to take a look at that, this is a DIY kit that you do put together yourself, and the subscription box fits perfectly in that tiered tray. So I've got to hop off of here, y'all. Again, thanks so much to everybody for watching and also for supporting my business. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.